every government has the same business model. They pay for goods and services that they think we need in our society. Roads are built or fixed, bridges are built or fixed, transportation of all kind, police, jails, um, um, public officials and employees of the government, um, fire, all the things that we need to run our society are paid for by the government. That's the expense side of the business called government. Now, the Doge movement, led by Elon Musk under the Trump administration, is seeking to right-size that portion of the expense side of the business, which is really fantastic because who do you think pays for that? We all do. We pay for that. And even if you're not a taxpayer, even if you don't make a lot of money and you don't pay taxes, the money that's wasted through inefficient government spending could be available for you. So wasted money hurts our society. It's a drag on our society. But that's not exactly what I meant to talk about here today, although it's super important. What I want to focus on, which nobody talks about, is the revenue side of government. The revenue side of government has always been, and continues to be, or at least has been for as long as our lives have been around, taxation or confiscation, because it's very easy to do. Governments have the right to basically take citizens' money in the form of taxes and threaten to put those citizens in jail if they don't pay. That's one way to do it. But you know, what's interesting is that's rather new in American history. So the idea of taxation really didn't take hold in the United States until the first half of the 20th century. It's a little over 100 years old in a country that's 250 years old. And when it started quite small, like taxes were 1%. Income tax was the 1% level. Went up to a maximum of 3% when it started. All that stuff. Sales tax didn't come around until the 30s or 40s. I think income tax started probably 10 or 20 years before that. But of course, once it started, lazy politicians thought, well, we could just keep raising taxes and we could pay for more things so we could win re-election, because if we promise more goodies, people want more goodies. They don't realize, as the famous economist, I'm going to not remember his name, but a very famous Austrian economist said, we, the citizens, are being bribed by our politicians with our own money. And that's what basically has happened. So taxation has grown, government spending has grown, government spending keeps growing, and taxation keeps growing to confiscate more so we could actually pay for the things that we're being given for free. Right? We're not being given anything for free. But here is a rather revolutionary idea. Why can't government actually find a way to make money? Government, the state, for example, of California, has tremendous resources. It sits on tremendous value. The state of California, like many states and certainly countries, California is as big as a big country, can be run in a manner where the citizens of California, the taxpayers of California, can benefit from smart governmental management of California that are business people who actually understand how business works. And instead of giving away those resources and giving away access to kind of our market, the California market, for free, the state of California can actually be a partner with business. So the state of California could own businesses, it could stimulate business activity, which would create jobs, which create vibrancy, but it would also create a source of revenue other than taxes. And that's the incredible way that taxes can go down and down and down towards zero. And I'm not talking about kind of replacing the California tax model, which is mostly personal income tax, with the Texas or the Florida model, which is more consumption tax or property tax. I'm talking about getting rid of taxes all across the board, at least as much as possible, by turning the state of California, the government of California, into a profitable, revenue generating enterprise.